Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and welcome to the Royal London Theatre here in London, England, for our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, the Cobra, Peter. And his opponents, fighting out of the blue corner, the Joshua.
All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right?
Round number one is now underway. All the talk is done. It is simply time to fight. Teddy, obviously we have a matchup that the fans love, power puncher versus power puncher. But if you're one of the two trainers, what do you think?
Well, I'm thinking about defense. If I can be a little bit better on defense, my power's not going away. I'm still going to be okay in that area.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Good block by the Cobra. Wow! Right to the body with a counter shot. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counter punch landing by Bad Intentions.
Away from those punches. Move your head.
Halfway through this round here. Double jab upstairs. Well, nowadays we have so many different weight classes. Used to be only 8 weight classes. Now with all the super and juniors attached to every weight class, you can go up and down the scale with ease throughout your career. Is that good for the game?
No, I don't really think it is, because you're making it too easy for the fighters. You know, I'm not saying that it's not good that they have an alternate to a weight class, but a lot of times when you make things easy, they're going to go for the path that is easier. In other words, somebody should be a middleweight. Now all of a sudden they're going to be a light heavyweight. They're going to be a super middleweight, where with a little discipline, they would have fit into that middleweight frame. It wasn't that they couldn't make it. Now you make it so easy, they don't want to make it.
No, he missed that right. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. And a smart counter punch by Bad Intentions. We'll see how he holds up with that bloody nose, because a bloody nose in a fight can really cut your win. Good defensive skill with the block by the Cobra. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Use your feet.
Blocks away that headshot. Comes right back at him with a left hand. A very crisp combination by Bad Intentions. A crafty counterpunch after a fine defensive effort by Bad Intentions. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. Able to counter that attack. Turn defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Well-placed counterpunch by Peters. Peters is really in a groove right now, landing that straight punch.
Well, what he's doing is he's staying outside at the right distance. He's getting his opponent, you know, sort of lean in a little bit, and then bang, that straight shot is right there.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Good defensive skill with the block by Bad Intentions. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Good-looking counterpunch. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, Ben. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Gets rid of that body shot. Fine fundamentals, good counterpunch. How is he able to do this? How is he able to take these shots?
You know, one time Muhammad Ali talked about taking a chin. He had one of the great chins of all time. And what he basically talked about was that when you start to get hit those shots, you start to go down a hallway, and then you go into a great room. You go from a light room to a great room, and at the end of the hallway, you see a dark room. You don't want to go to that dark room. And you have a choice. You put your feet down and you start backing up. I'm not going to that dark room. This guy is not being taken to that dark room.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. A good block. And a well-placed counter by Peters. Nice combination by Peters. How about that exchange? Good block by the Cobra. He scored well after being hit himself. gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Oh, and there you go. Oh, he gets hit by a left hand that he had no clue on. Back to the head he goes. Hey, I thought he was going to be knocked out just moments ago, but he has survived this.
Well, he has a granite chin.
Keeping his hands up, getting rid of his opponent's offense. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Halfway through this round. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Wow, is he defensively sound. To go in what has been a memorable round. Great stuff from these two. Looks like he has some blood under his eye around the cheek. And forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Bad Intentions is doing a good job of putting his punches together. His opponent's got to be wondering, how do I stop this?
Well, right now, you made a good point there, because right now his opponent is wondering too much. You know, he's just busy blocking the punches, wondering about the combinations. He's not getting off.
Coming to the end of this round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, a round like that where it's a lot of busy activity and both guys being busy. When you were a trainer, are those the kind of rounds that you prefer, or do you like the pace to be a little slower? Does it depend on each guy?
No, if I have a fight, I'd rather have a guy fighting a guy that you never see him. Leave me the heck alone. And where I'm in control all the time. But the fans love to see a fight like that.
He's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Oh, and there you go. Oh, he is stunned. He could go down. Peters is showing some real guts here. Hey, this fight was not going his way at all, but somehow he has gathered momentum.
Yeah, he behaved like a fighter. He got through the tough times, and now guess what? Good times in front of him.
Boy, just staying on the outside, away from danger and scoring well.
Stay away from the inside. Keep your hand up. Back to the
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. Blocks that punch. Good-looking two-punch combination there. Well, he took one right there, but then he targeted one right back. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Well-targeted counterpunch by Peters. Peters' defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Very accurate work. Three-punch combination serves him well. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. 10 seconds remaining in this round. Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Able to counter that attack. Peters' cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Nice block by Peters. Peters' nose is cut, and you can see that it's worsening as this round goes on. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Move your head.
Good job fighting from the outside. Well, he knew it was a smart strategy to stay on the outside. He probably didn't know it was going to pay off this well because he's just getting to his guy easy.
Oh, yeah, if he was in a casino, I'm telling you, it's all coming up cherries for him. But right now, if his opponent has any shot to hit that jackpot, he needs to move that head, move those feet, get inside.
What a nice combo by Bad Intentions. Final 10 seconds. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Well, the ability to adapt, so important. Who can make the changes now as we're halfway through this scheduled 12-rounder? Able to get rid of that one. Good combination landing there. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by bad intentions. Oh, and look at this, Teddy, wasting no time getting to know each other.
No, they came right to the center ring, said hello.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Able to cover up that gut. Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Peters. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Peters is getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
At the halfway point of round 7. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Good return fire that time. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Good block by Peters. He got hit, but he sends it right back. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
A hook for you and a hook right back. Nice block by the Cobra. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
They're very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Doing well on the outside. Bad intentions is employing a strategy that works really well for him. He's staying outside, he's utilizing that jab, and he's scoring when he can.
Yeah, he's recognizing the deficiencies of his opponent. He's got a slow, plodding guy in front of him who's a little flat-footed, and he's doing, as you said, exactly what he should be doing.
And a smart counterpunch by Peters. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Peters is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. landing the counter punch. Just well-timed, well-placed punches time and time again right now. Very accurate.
Yeah, very accurate, Joe. He's really placing his punches. He's thinking it out. He's seeing the picture, and he knows exactly where he wants to put them.
This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. And from long range, he's able to get his target he wanted.
And when you have somebody throwing long punches, what you don't want to do is what he did. Pull back straight.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Good block by Bad Intentions. How do you break out of this, Teddy? How do you break out of this mold where you're just thinking defense because you got hurt earlier in the fight?
Well, a good corner. First of all, a corner guy has to tell him, hey, look, are you just trying to survive right here? Because if that's what you're going to do, okay, you may survive, or he may just step it up where you don't even have a chance to survive later. But if you want to win this fight, you have to get a hold of yourself, you have to listen to me, and you have to find a way to create offense again.
Back upstairs he goes. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jab. When he's been sure of himself, he's jab. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Protecting his head well with his guard. To go in what has been 2 minutes of sensational action. Neither man coming off stride. Counter punch by Bad Intentions. I'm wondering what the opposing corner is going to do here. They got to their man earlier. They were able to rock him, and really nothing's changed. He's showing them the same exact look, the same exact style that he came here with.
Well, first of all, the opponent should keep doing what he's doing. You know, you're landing, you found something that's working, stay with it until he changes.
What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Nice block by Bad Intentions. By Peters. Powers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Able to counter that attack. Parries that punch intended for the head. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Nice block. A striking combination by Bad Intention. Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
Super two-punch combo by Peters. A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down blue and red corner what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Teddy, you can see quite clearly that that cut is becoming a major problem for him. What does he have to do strategically here to deal with it?
Well, there's 3 lines of defense, Joe, whether you're cut or you're not cut. One is use your legs. Get out of range a little bit. The other is move your head. The other is block. He has to pick one of those defensive strategies, one of those choices, and put it into place.
Blocks that punch. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Well-targeted double jab by Bad Intentions. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. To go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Peters. We got an interesting fight here. It looks like one man is seemingly in control, but the other is still live, is still game, is still capable. May need to hit that jackpot, though.
Well, he probably does need that knockout. So right now he has to adjust his game plan, his thinking a little bit. He's got to look for a spot to land one big shot. maybe when he's pulling out.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Good return fire that time. Peters is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Parries that punch intended for the head. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Good defense, just covering up down low. And that's where he wants his man opposite him, right against the ropes. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Holy cow! Crashes home with a hook. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Wraps it up. Now let's send it up to our ring announcer for the decision.
The judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner,
Bad Intentions is your winner by unanimous decision. All 3 judges giving it to him.
I didn't agree with the judges completely, but they got the right guy winning.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. That does it ringside. We'll see you next time at the fights.